Back in 2008, I decided to see if we could use our consciousness to lower violence in war-torn areas. So we decided to send intention over 8 days to Sri Lanka, which at the time was going through a 25-year war.
You can scroll down this page and look at the data of the peace intention in Sri Lanka. You can see there's a fairly steady trend away from what should be just a horizontal random walk along that black line in the middle of the graph.
What is the significance of it being sort of under the line? Does that mean anything?
We've seen that numerous times. In fact, it's now become a kind of prediction that we make for great mass gatherings of people.
The really weird thing about this is that people aren't gathered. They're actually sitting in front of their individual computer screens everywhere in the world. We had participants on this experiment from about 80 countries around the globe. What was really interesting was that a few months after that, that 25-year intractable war was over. Did we do this? What you need to do in order to start claiming that maybe consciousness had an effect is repeat over and over and over again. So we replicated it for the first time in 2011 to mark the 10th anniversary of 9/11. We'd send intention to lower violence in 2 southern provinces in Afghanistan. What did you find?
We found the same, Lynn. The data here, driven in the direction of negative going trend in both cases, the larger span of time and also the very concentrated, focused intention period.
It was evident that violence in those 2 provinces had plummeted to levels that were far lower than before. So that was fascinating, and we ran one in Washington, D.C. Again, we lowered violence by about 1/3. That was just really confirmed again in September, October 2017, sending intention to lower violence in an area of St. Louis, the most violent street in America.
In this case, we have a little bit of a positive trend, but then it takes on the very characteristic negative trend that we've seen for these kinds of experiments.
A professor of statistics, Dr. Jessica Utz from the University of California, she provided an analysis. Crime went up in 3 areas. The only thing that went down, and went down hugely, it was by 43% compared to the year before, was violent crime in our area of focus, Fairground. It really says a lot about what group mind could possibly be.
Everybody has always understood that we're connected in this way. Consciousness is not just an electrical activity in your head, but it is a kind of wonderful composition of heart and mind and soul and spirit.